For 50 years, two names have owned the sky: Boeing and Airbus. Their duopoly has dictated just about everything, from the price of your ticket to the tech inside the planes you fly. For decades, they've lived in a comfortable world where real competition was a distant memory. They set the rules, they made the money, and they decided what was possible in aviation. But that era is coming to an end. A new challenger is rising from the east, and it isn't just trying to compete, it's trying to win. China has unveiled an aircraft that isn't just another plane. It's a shot across the bow of the entire established order. This is the story of the C929, the jet that Boeing and Airbus hoped would never get off the ground. To really get how revolutionary the C929 is, you have to understand the world it's flying into. The market for long-haul, wide-body jets is one of the most exclusive clubs on Earth. It's a club with just two members. For half a century, Boeing and Airbus have been the unshakable foundation of global air travel. Their control is absolute. They don't just sell planes, they've built entire ecosystems around them. We're talking maintenance networks, global supply chains, pilot training programs, and massive influence over aviation regulations. It's a grip so tight it has led to a stable, but some would say stagnant market. Sure, innovation still happens, but the giant game-changing leaps of the early jet age have mostly been replaced by slow, steady improvements. For airlines, it meant two choices, both with huge price tags and long waits. Any would-be rival has either been crushed or just faded away. The cost of entry is astronomical, the technology is incredibly complex, and the market is fiercely guarded. Taking on Boeing and Airbus isn't just an engineering challenge, it's a massive economic and political gamble. For years, the question wasn't would dare to challenge them, but if anyone even. Now we have our answer. The C929 didn't just appear out of thin air, it's the crown jewel of a national strategy decades in the making. China's goal isn't just to build its own planes, it's to achieve total technological independence and become a world leader in one of the most critical industries of the 21st century. And the company at the heart of this mission is COMAC, the Commercial Aircraft Corporation of China. COMAC's journey started with smaller but vital first steps. They cut their teeth on the ARJ-21 regional jet and, more importantly, the C919 narrow-body airliner. The C919, built to go up against the Boeing 737 and Airbus A320, was basically China's masterclass in modern aircraft design. It was a tough road, marked by delays and a heavy reliance on Western parts, but it was essential. It proved that COMAC could design, build, and certify a modern passenger jet, one that is now flying for Chinese airlines. But a short-haul jet is one thing. To truly challenge the giants, you have to conquer long-haul travel. To connect continents, you need a wide-body jet that can fly for 15 hours straight. And for that, China needed something much bigger, more advanced, and far more threatening to the old guard. They needed the C929. The story of the C929 is packed with drama and, honestly, a fair bit of geopolitical twists. The project actually started as a joint venture with Russia's United Aircraft Corporation, or UAC, and was dubbed the CR929. The idea really was to merge Russian aerospace experience with China's manufacturing muscle. But rising geopolitical tensions and the fallout from the war in Ukraine soured the partnership. Eventually, Russia pulled out, leaving COMAC at a crossroads. Instead of folding, China doubled down. The project was rebranded as the C929, now a fully independent Chinese effort. This was a huge moment. It turned the C929 from a team project into a powerful symbol of China's resolve to go it alone and carve its own path in the aerospace world. You can't overstate the scale of this. Building a modern wide-body jet from scratch is a multi-billion-dollar bet that has humbled nations and bankrupted companies. It demands mastery of everything from advanced aerodynamics and material science to the most complex systems integration imaginable. So how do you build a jet to take on the world's best? You don't just copy them, you aim to beat them. And for the C929, that started with the very materials it's made of. From day one, the C929 was designed to be a direct competitor to the most advanced jets in the sky, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner and the Airbus A350, and it's going toe-to-toe with them on its core technology. Over half of the C929's airframe is built from advanced carbon fiber composites, with another 15% made of titanium alloy. This puts it right on par with its Western rivals. These materials are the secret sauce of modern aviation. They make the plane significantly lighter, stronger, and more resistant to fatigue than old-school aluminum, which means lower fuel burn and cheaper maintenance. The specs are just as ambitious. The C929 is designed to carry anywhere from 280 to 400 passengers, depending on the layout. Its baseline model is targeting a range of 12,000 kilometers, or nearly 7,500 miles. This isn't just a regional plane. It's an aircraft built to connect major global hubs, flying grueling ultra-long-haul routes like Shanghai to New York or Beijing to London without a stop. COMAC is planning several versions of the jet, each designed to specifically challenge different models in the 787 and A350 families, showing a clear strategy to fight them on all fronts. But a revolutionary airframe is just a fancy glider without its heart: the engines. And this is where China is making its biggest and boldest bet. For decades, the biggest hurdle for any new plane maker has been propulsion. The world's most advanced jet engines are a monopoly within a duopoly, built by just a handful of Western companies like General Electric, Pratt & Whitney, and Rolls-Royce. The C919, for all its progress, still relies on Western engines. This is a strategic weakness Beijing is determined to erase. Enter the CJ2000. This is China's homegrown high-bypass turbofan engine, engineered specifically for the C929. With a massive fan and a target thrust of around 78,000 pounds, it's designed to go head-to-head with the Gen X and Trent engines that power the Dreamliner and A350. The mission is to deliver world-class fuel efficiency, quiet operation, and lower emissions, all while being 100% made in China. The CJ2000 is the single most critical piece of the C929 puzzle. If it's successful, it will give China complete control over its aviation future, breaking free from Western supply chains and the threat of sanctions. It's a massive undertaking, and the engine is still deep in development with crucial tests planned. But if COMAC pulls this off, they won't just have a new plane. They'll have an entirely new and independent aerospace industry. With a cutting-edge airframe and a powerful new engine, the C929 has the specs to compete. But can it actually sell? A great plane is useless without airlines to buy it, and here, the C929 has a two-part strategy for disruption. The first weapon is price. While no official numbers are out, everyone expects COMAC to use China's manufacturing power to offer the C929 at a much lower price than its rivals, a very tempting offer for any airline. The second, and most powerful weapon, is China's massive domestic market. Within the next decade, China is expected to be the biggest aviation market in the world, needing thousands of new planes. Beijing can, and almost certainly will, make sure its state-owned airlines form the foundation of the C929's order book. In fact, the nation's flag carrier, Air China, has already been announced as the C929's launch customer, firing the first shot in this new rivalry. From this secure home base, the C929 can launch its global campaign. It's no secret that COMAC is eyeing emerging markets in Southeast Asia, Africa, and Latin America, where a lower price tag and China's growing influence could make it a very attractive alternative. This isn't just about selling jets, it's about shifting the global balance of power in high-tech manufacturing. The C929 is technically impressive and strategically brilliant. But it still has one giant roadblock to clear, one that could stop the project cold. An aircraft can't carry paying passengers until it's certified as safe. In international aviation, the gold standards are the Federal Aviation Administration in the United States and the European Union Aviation Safety Agency. Getting their stamp of approval is a long, difficult, and intensely political fight. COMAC is aiming to get the C929 certified in China and ready for commercial service around 2035. But getting FAA and ESA certification will be a monumental task. Amid current geopolitical tensions, you can bet that Western regulators will be under pressure to scrutinize every single bolt and line of code on the C929 like never before. Beyond the political and technical hurdles, COMAC has to build something just as important as the plane itself: trust. Airlines and passengers worldwide need to be convinced that a Chinese-built long-haul jet is just as safe, reliable, and well-supported as one from Boeing or Airbus. This means building a global network for maintenance and spare parts, something that took its rivals decades to get right. The road ahead is long, and success is anything but guaranteed. The C929 represents a seismic shift in the world of aviation. It's the product of incredible national will, a sophisticated machine designed to challenge a 50-year-old duopoly at the highest level. From its advanced composite body to its homegrown CJ2000 engine, the C929 is China's declaration that it will no longer be just a customer for Western tech, but a creator and a competitor. The path is loaded with challenges. Engine development, international certification, and building global trust are all huge hurdles that are far from cleared. But for the first time in a generation, a real challenger has stepped into the ring. Boeing and Airbus have had a long and comfortable reign, but the alarm has sounded. The C929 is coming. The only question now is not if it will shake up the market, but by how much. So what do you think? Does the C929 have what it takes to break the duopoly and reshape our skies? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay ahead of the curve on the future of aviation, make sure to like and subscribe for more.